For years, Kamran carried the weight of something he couldn't explain literally. It began as a soft, painless bulge on his right shoulder, barely noticeable in the mirror, easily ignored by the doctors who waved it off as just fat. At 26, he was fit, energetic, and working as a gym trainer, so he wasn't alarmed when the lump first appeared. But over time it grew, slowly, stubbornly, like it had a life of its own. He visited a clinic once, then again after a year when it began to press against his backpack straps. Still the same words, "It's just a lipoma, nothing to worry about." He trusted them, but inside something didn't feel right. Over the next 4 years, the mass swelled from a tiny bump to something that pulled his skin taut, stretching unnaturally, visibly protruding through his shirts. His clients began to notice. Some asked if he had injured his shoulder. Others avoided eye contact. The embarrassment crept in. He stopped wearing tank tops. He started avoiding mirrors. His sleep was restless. Sometimes he could feel a dull throbbing deep under the surface. Something had changed. Yet when he returned to a different clinic, they echoed the first doctor's words, "just fat." Then came the moment that shook him. One night, while lifting weights alone in his apartment, Kamran felt a sharp, internal snap followed by a rush of warmth. He dropped the dumbbells and rushed to the bathroom. The lump had darkened, swollen, angry looking. It wasn't soft anymore, it was hard, hot to the touch, and veins had started to show around its edges. He panicked and went straight to the Ida. This time, a scan was done. What they saw shocked everyone. The fatty tissue had wrapped around the nerve cluster and was now pressing dangerously close to his spine. Worse, it had developed internal necrosis, meaning part of it had died inside. A rare complication. Emergency surgery was scheduled. Kamran lay under the harsh lights of the operation room, the smell of antiseptic in the air, wondering how something dismissed so casually could grow into a silent monster. The lipoma was removed, but not without consequence. A section of damaged nerve had to be cut. He'd have limited motion in his arm for months, maybe longer. When he awoke, his first words were, "Is it gone?" The surgeon nodded but added, "If you'd waited a few more weeks, it might have reached your spinal cord." Kamran never forgot those words. Just fat, they said, but it wasn't. It never was. Now, every time he sees someone ignore a lump or a bump, he speaks up, because he knows sometimes what looks harmless is quietly growing into something dangerous. Something that doesn't just scar the body, but changes a life forever.